friends, this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today we're going to make cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon bon, cinnamon bon. It's just that treat that just melts in your mouth before you even bite it. Yeah, the dough on this is so light and so yummy, even by itself. But cinnamon is probably, well, cinnamon and vanilla are probably my two all-time most favorite ingredients. So this one, it is packed with cinnamon. And I use brown sugar because the molasses in the brown sugar kind of helps give it that gooiness, richness. Ooh, come on, here's what you need. Okay, and it seems like a lot. It's not. I'm going to just say it's not. I have a big gray area over here, a cast. Maybe my dad's thinking about me. I'll take that. So the ingredients, don't let them intimidate you. Anytime people work with yeast, they panic. Well, yeast is really nothing to intimidate you. I'm going to show you how to know when your yeast is done. It's called blooming. So you're going to put in always something warm. In this case, it's going to be the milk. And with sugar, the yeast is going to eat the sugar and get nice and fluffy, like all of us. And then it's going to start to look like brain. It's going to have all sorts of rich, you'll see. I know it sounds like, Maria, what are you doing? Lay off the coffee, Maria. So you'll see when it's bloomed and it's bumpy and brainy, you'll see what it is. And then when you make yours, you'll say, okay, yeah, it's ready. So let's go play. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to put the milk in a clear glass just so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've got the sugar. Just going to mix that in. Kind of dissolve-ish, but not really. And then I'm going to put in a layer. I'm going to coat this on the layer. I'm going to try not to, I'm not going to move it. Once this is in and this is going, I'm not going to move it. All right, well, except for now. But aside from that, that's done. When it blooms, I'll make sure to tell you. Now, I put the milk in the microwave for 1 minute, stirred it around, and then did it again for 30 seconds. You want it to be about what you would give a baby if you're going to heat a baby bottle in a microwave. That's what you're looking at. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is the filling. I know, weird, right? I need a bigger bowl. My daughter always gives me such a hard time about how many bowls I use. Oh well, I clean them, so I don't think it's an issue. A lot of cinnamon. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, now, sorry, I went brain dead for a minute. Okay, so I've got nutmeg. That's my secret ingredient, and it's just the tiniest bit. And I'm going to put it into my cinnamon. Cinnamon and nutmeg just bring such a warm flavor to whatever you make. And you're not going to really taste it a whole lot, but it will work together. So that's going to go in here. And this is loosely packed dark brown sugar. Usually when you do brown sugar, you pack it in really good. I didn't pack it in. I just kind of scooped it up like you do flour or anything else. All right. You can get rid of the bumps later, but for the sake of this video, I'll do this part when it's rising. So this gets set aside. Now, let's get back to this blooming yeast. Okay, I'm going to sit and I'm just going to fast forward it so you can watch how it changes. Okay, you can see it kind of looks like a pie, right? A dry pie. It's bumpy and lumpy, and yeah, it has done what I need it to do. Okay, it's done what I need it to do, and it looks good, even though it looks weird. I can't quite catch on camera how deep the bumps are, but when you're doing it and you're looking at it, it's bumpy. So if it's not bumpy, it's not quite ready yet. And you can see on the edges, it's just really puffy there. That's good. All right, so I'm gonna take a slightly scrambled egg and I'm gonna mix it in along with the butter, melted butter, and it does need to be melted. Just give this a whisk if it's sitting a while so that the fats and solids can combine. So that goes in. And then this gets a rough mix. I've got my mixer ready. You want a stand mixer. You can do this by hand. And you know me, I love doing this kind of stuff by hand, but today I'm just not feeling it. Today I'm just gonna spoil myself and just take it easy. Let's see, how's that? So this goes in. Along with the flour. I do want to show you what I did with it. Okay, so I combined the flours, the bread flour and the all-purpose flour, along with the salt. And I got a little whisk, and when I do that, I always scoop up from the bottom and bring it up on top. This is a smaller bowl than usual, but you get the idea. I'm making sure everything is incorporated well, and the whisk is the best way to do it. It's coming up from the bottom and coming up on top. All right, and the whole bowl gets dumped in. Let me just, sorry guys, I'm gonna get right in your face. Alrighty. And on low. I probably should get the right attachment for the right mixer. In my defense, they're both white, but a little bit of a difference. Oh, hello. All right. All right, so we're gonna go until all of it pulls away from the bowl. All right, while the yeast was blooming, I got a large bowl and I sprayed it with cooking oil. I'm going to take this bowl, let me get a little bit of flour. Okay, so I got flour and a bench scraper. And if you guys don't have a bench scraper, I really recommend you getting one. I'm not going to knead it. It's already kneaded. You just saw that. But I am going to form it into a nice ball. Ooh, that feels good. All right, that's too much flour. And I just want a ball, so I'm just going to kind of roll it into itself. Okay. I'm going to put it in, kind of get a little bit of the spray around it. Essentially eliminate all the oil or the flour that I just put in. And I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to put it in a warm spot for an hour. In the meantime, I've taken my 9x13 pan and I've lined it with parchment paper. I've sprayed the sides so that the rolls on the sides won't stick. That you're really not going to have an issue with it sticking, because when it cools down it's going to shrink just a little bit, but I kind of want to just do it to see. So the pan is done and ready. Now I'm going to take that brown sugar cinnamon mixture and a stick of butter. And I'm going to put them together. Now here, this is just something that I do because I kind of like it. Most of the time, you'll have them put butter down and then sprinkle it with oh, leave me alone. Cinnamon. And don't get me wrong, you didn't hear me say I wasn't going to do that. I'm just going to make this into a really good paste to spread over the dough. So this is going to take a minute, and this is when I like doing it, when it's rising, because there's no rush and there's no hurry. Oh, the cinnamon smells so good. All right, so I'm just going to keep at this until it's done. Okay, time for the icing. And this is just a simple cream cheese icing to go on top. I got a stick of, I'm using the Greek cream cheese because I really like the snap of it. And it goes so well with the cinnamon. 1/4 cup of soft butter and 4 cups of powdered sugar. Okay, I'm going to add the powdered sugar, and then I'm going to add a generous amount of vanilla, well, because it's mine and I like it. Do you guys know the paper plate test? The paper plate protector? You just take a plate with a hole and a slash and stick your stuff inside, and it keeps it from being not so messy. It kind of helps. But in baking, there are no guarantees. This powdered sugar is just messy. I easily could have done it in a stand mixer and kept the protector on it, but quite honestly, I just didn't want to. All right, so whatever, whatever amount of vanilla you want to use, it's yours. You just do what you want to with it. Real slow. And it's just not going. This is a big bowl. I know, it's a mess, but it'll be worth it. Oh man, that vanilla smells so good. So, I'm not really too fussing about this one, because I got plenty of time for that yeast to work and for the dough to rise, so I'm in no hurry. I don't mind taking my time here. All right, I'm going to continue. Okay, I obviously don't have it completely incorporated, but I am going to add a little bit of heavy cream. Now, if you want it thinner, add more cream, obviously, right? If you want it thicker, add less. This is about 3 tablespoons. I don't think I'm going to use it all, but I'm going to play with it and see. So I'll put in about half. Like, you know what? I think we're done with this. I think we're done with this baby. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Once the powdered sugar is incorporated well, then you can pick up the speed. It's really quite pretty. That's really thick. I want it thicker than thin, because the heat from the warm cinnamon rolls is going to melt them a little bit. So I'm going to stop here, scrape the bowls, clean it up, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. Okay, so the dough has doubled in size. Let me show you rather than me. Okay, nice and big, nice and warm. I'm just going to punch it down and then lift it up. Okay, so I'm going to put a fairly generous amount, and I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to roll it out to a 9 by 13-ish. Okay, it's not going to worry too much about the details of the ish. This dough is pretty durable, so don't worry so much about it being too hard. All right, so oven is on and ready, but we're not done yet. We're going to roll this out, and it's going to rest yet again. I think dough in general is my spirit dessert. Like, all right, I'll work a little bit, but then I'm going to need to rest. And you don't want this to be too thin. The dough is really, really tasty. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you. Really durable. I think I need one of those overhead thingies that look so cool when they do it, but I think my big old nugget will get in the way. And I do say 9 by 13-ish. I'm going to tell you, I hate rolling out dough because it's not. I see these things on videos and they're just like, man, that's a perfect rectangle, or that's a perfect square. Nope. I got to make it happen on my own. It's all right. That's why we like durable dough. Did you know you can stretch your dough? Did you know that? You knew that. You knew that. All right. I know I said 9 by 13. That was wrong. I was thinking of the pan size. This is going to be about maybe 20-ish by 13 or 14. A rectangle. Okay, you get it. I say that as I continue making this a square. That's all right. There we go. This will do it. And you really don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. So I'm going to take my wonderful mixture here, but let me clean up the edges because I want there to be less gunk on the edges. So let me just take my knife and I'm just eyeballing it. I'll play with that dough. I'll play with that dough later. All right. So I'm going to spread my wonderful goop in here. That's the official name. My wonderful goop. Now this can be thick. I'm just using the whole thing because as it melts, it's just going to get so gooey. Gooey is a good thing. Towards the bottom, can you see that? I'm not going to get any closer to the bottom than that, and that's the part I'm going to roll into, and then I'll use this to seal it. Let me get a different spatula. Okay. And I'm going to take it all the way to the edge because, like I say, that's why I cut it off. Man, I wish you guys could smell this. All right, and just pinch and roll. Pinch and roll until you get further, and then just roll. But you want it tight. Okay, and I'm bringing this up here because I want you to, that's just the seam. Don't worry about that. That's going to go on the bottom. Now, the absolute best way I've found to cut this, good old dental floss. That stuff is, it's actually amazing to cut with cakes too. So just a generous portion. Now, if you want to, you know, be accurate about it, this is 15 inches. I would say about 1.5 inches. I'll do it just for giggle's sake, okay? Because I don't want to be wrong either. So let's do about 1.5 inches. Okay. Take this underneath. Can you see this? I want you to see this. Take this underneath, crisscross it, and just pull it together. My fingers are buttery. There you go. My fingers are buttery, I promise you, this is the easiest way. And then you get a perfect coil. And they go right in it. Now, you're gonna have them a little bit apart because after they're in here, they're gonna go sit again to rest. All right, let me see if I can get my fingers to cooperate. Sure, Maria, that's the easiest. It just gives me, I'll tell you, it gives me the best, easiest to cut. I think I need a longer strand. I think I need my hands washed, but I'm not gonna stop now. All right, so I'm going to continue this until we're all done. Okay, pretty pinwheels. They're going to rise. I'm going to put them back in a hot, warm spot with the towel covering them again. And I'm going to let them sit there for half an hour. Okay, so it's been half an hour. They're nice and plump, nice and firm, and they're going to rise yet again in the oven, so we're good. 350 for about 35, I'm going to say 30, and then check on them. Okay. Oh my goodness. That smells amazing. Now I gotta wait another 5 minutes before I can ice these and dig into them. But they look perfect. Ugh, yum. 5 minutes and counting. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Yes, I'm impatient. I'm just gonna take this one that doesn't look as, oh my gosh, that just sliced through like butter. I'm just gonna take this one just to, oh, you're beautiful. All right, I'll let the others sit for a minute more. And then top these. That's a hot pan. All right, so this one, you know, you got what they call, I guess, like the butt of the bread. So I've got the cream cheese icing, and it's really, the consistency is really good. Now there's a lot. I'm not gonna really eat the whole thing, but it's going to go on. need a moment. Oh my gosh, it is so, look at ooey and gooey. Can you see that? Here, let me show you. Hot, hot, hot. Forget about it. Forget about it. Enough of this nicety stuff. Let me just eat. Okay, I forgot to get a fork. And no, I'm not going to stop to go get one because get that cinnamon. Oh my goodness, this bread. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so not sorry. Look at that bread. Look at how nice and fluffy that is. Did you see it? Nope. Nope. That's freaking amazing. Don't say freaking, Maria. Hold on, let me show you this. This is the inside. And believe it or not, as much as I want to, I'm not going to put the whole thing in my mouth, but well, I am going to have some. Oh man. The way that the butter melted in between with the rolls. I made a mess. I don't even know where that came from. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to eat this. I'll butter those in a bit. Ice them. Set them out for everybody. Right now, at this moment, I had the house quiet. So I'm going to eat this. Want some? I know you do. I think I'm just going to wear this as perfume from now on. All right, my friends, I'm going to go eat. Until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.